in listening to you, I think what I also admire is, you give the recognition where you feel like it's due. But I also wonder if at times, it gets annoying or repetitive to only be asked about David all the time.
No, not at all.
Really?
Not at all. I think I'd rather you ask about David than me if it's due to him, right? Like, which most of the time right now it is. What I like to be recognized in the future for my own success, 100%.
Gotcha.
But I don't want to be like, I want to be known for creating businesses and doing like really cool shit, and if I get recognized for whatever David does or someone else does, then great. It's I don't have an ego about that.
What is maybe the biggest misconception or the thing that people don't see about you and David's relationship from some of the vlogs?
I think that we're a lot closer than people think. I think that's really the only thing, because I'm not on his vlogs a ton.
Right.
But, you got to realize I grew up with him, so we're definitely like, we're almost like brothers.
Do you feel like, it must be pretty, or it must have been pretty crazy, or it must be still crazy to, grow up and have your best friend and, you guys grow and, you start your business on your side and at the same time you're still his best friend, and to see his kind of meteoric rise. What's that kind of been like?
It's been a wild ride. I think it's been crazy ever since the first time I visited him in Los Angeles. It's like, and every time I would visit him, it would get like more. He'd have more and more success and like be recognized more and more. And it's a really crazy way to see someone grow. Like, 'cause you don't really get that. Like, like sometimes it takes 15, 20 years to get to that. But like, astonishingly enough, he got there in 5. Which is insane.
Do you remember maybe the moment, or I don't know if you guys ever had like a conversation that was memorable to you, maybe early on when things started going, kind of exponential?
I don't know if we've ever had a conversation on the way. We've had a lot of conversations prior to him moving to Los Angeles. And, those conversations were very like, man, we're definitely going to be rich one day. Like, 100% I'm going to own a Ferrari. Like, fuck this. We don't need a party. Like, we don't need college. Fuck that. Those types of conversations would always happen, for sure. But that was, again, prior to his rise.
And what do you think ultimately is perhaps the biggest misconception about David in the media, regardless of what's going on today, but just in general, maybe the biggest misconception or the side that people don't see and that only his best friend gets to see?
That's a great question. I think it's the fact that he is way more real and like caring and gives a shit about you more than himself off camera. And obviously people don't see that. But in general, he's a genuine human being, and it's hard to it's hard to imagine that, obviously, when the camera's off, because when the camera's on, it's like he's giving away Teslas and this and like, and you're thinking to yourself like, well, how is he off camera? Off camera, it's like it's the same exact thing, actually more genuine.
Do you think it's? I can only imagine being 24, and really when he was 20 or 21, he had this, pressure and this limelight on him. For you, have you seen him? Or how have you seen him handle that pressure and kind of grow with it and, continue to handle pressure from the media and, different requirements he has to do and, as he's continued to grow?
Yeah, I think handling pressure is such a key factor to becoming successful in anything. Right? Whether it's business, social media, acting, whatever. It's like if you're able to handle pressure, you can think straight. And he's been tremendous at that through various situations. How he does it, I don't fucking know, but he definitely does handle it really well, and I think that's one of the reasons he got so big.
How do you handle pressure?
Yeah, I think it depends on the situation. Typically, I'm pretty good because I don't like to overwhelm myself with something that doesn't necessarily matter at the end of the day. If that makes sense. Again, it comes back to like we're gonna fucking die anyways. You know what I mean? So it's typically I handle it pretty well.
Is there someone that you go to in your life when you're at a crossroads of, making one decision or another, and I guess a pressure situation, if you will?
My friends and my close friends and my family, for sure.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at felix.levine, and if you have something to say, please leave a comment.